first of all, what confidence do you have in the Taliban statement that women would be invited into the government and can have certain freedoms, but under Sharia law?
Well,
what does that mean to you?
Well, I think what will matter is what that looks like. When and if we see it put into practice. Throughout this process, whether it was in Doha, whether it is now on the ground in Kabul, whether it is us parsing the Taliban's public statements, we have never taken them squarely at their word. We have listened to what they have had to say. We have assessed what they are saying publicly and privately, arraying that against everything else we know and have heard and have learned. But throughout this process, we have never taken them squarely at their word.
By definition, just by their words, consign women to a different category than other workers in the government or others that they are talking about?
Andrea, we've heard quite a bit from Taliban officials over the past hours and even several days. We are taking stock of everything that they have said. Most importantly, we are going to be looking for how they comport themselves, at the way they treat their people, at how they fulfill the solemn obligation they have to respect the basic and fundamental rights of all of their people, including half of their citizens, the women and girls of Afghanistan. But I will say, it is not just the United States that is watching closely. What is even more important here is that the international community is doing that. You saw that expressed in no uncertain terms by the UN Security Council. And you have seen any number of countries come forward to say that they may be able to work with the Taliban if they guarantee these fundamental and basic rights of their citizens. Conversely, and this is important, any government that denies those rights, that ignores the freedoms, the liberties, and the basic rights that every person on earth should enjoy, a government that harbors terrorists, a government that takes hostages, that is not certainly an entity that the United States could work with. And we've heard countries around the world say something very similar.
Well, let me parse that, because you're talking about the security